Our audiences in the US will be really interested to hear more about your expertise in aquaculture and fisheries, particularly given there's been a recent focus on the US side on traceable seafood by regulators. Are there any unique challenges to tracing fish and seafood that you can share?
So I'm going to start off by saying that within a global food system context, seafood is already one of the most sustainable foods out there. But there seems to be an additional layer of scrutiny and additional focus on sustainability in seafood. And I think it's understandable if you look at the integral role that oceans play in life, in climate change, absorbing the heat from global warming, and just as part of our culture, we all enjoy going to the beach and going to the. So if you look at seafood supply chain specifically, they're tremendously complex and traditionally they've been opaque. With seafood, you have two great production systems: wild capture fisheries and aquaculture. And if you look at wild capture fisheries, there's a record of more than 2,500 species being caught. There's 150 coastal states involved in capture fisheries. There's thousands of fisheries out there using 58 different capture methods. There's 4.5 million fishing boats out there. If you look at aquaculture, 20 million fish farms globally. We've got more than 12 production systems. You can have intensive, semi-intensive, hyper-intensive production. More than 500 species. Underpinning all of these or involved in all of these, more than 500 NGOs, considering seafood and the oceans and conservation, all of them with different ideas on what is sustainable and what's not sustainable. So, there's really a lot going on within the seafood environment. If you look at Woolworths specifically, we currently sell 43 species of seafood that we source from 32 countries. We have around 156 companies in our supply chains that we know of. I think there's probably another 20 or so we're looking towards discovering through using the Sourcemap platform. So there's just great complexity. If you look at how the seafood supply chain have responded to this, I think they used to some level of intrusion, if I can call it that. Yeah, seafood has been subject to certification and other forms of sustainability assurance for more than 20 years. But yeah, there are some. There's a bit of sustainability management fatigue creeping in. There's lots of systems out there. The demands of them is great. I think for us as Woolworths, we have a very specific vision regarding this. If I look at the first sort of 10 years of our Fishing for the Future sustainability program, a lot of it based on compliance and reporting, so a lot of box ticking initially. We have a different vision now. We don't want to police our supply chains beyond 2030. Our goal now is that every one of our suppliers is a sustainability champion or leader. So we try and sell this in terms of it really is the start of a different approach towards seafood sustainability assurance. We think there's great technologies currently being developed. I mean, we've gone from paper questionnaires towards the cloud-based Sourcemap system for engaging with suppliers. We really want to link customers to this. We can responsibly source seafood. If our customers don't buy it, it's not sustainable either. So we really want to drag them into the process. But ultimately, so for us, it's a lot about data collection. We're trying to sell that vision towards the seafood producers, and ultimately, I think we're on a journey towards really optimizing seafood supply chain assurance. I think AI is going to play a big role in the future. I think we're going to go from having evidence-based assurance schemes to being able to predict what we do. So it really is a journey for us. There's a lot of value to be taken from this, but great complexity. There's not a dull day in the seafood industry.
Thank you so much. I think there's so much of what companies that have really multifaceted supply chains with a lot of different products and commodities and materials are worried about are sort of those unique challenges that may be unique to one industry or over another. And as traceability really becomes the norm, as we've been saying, not just for compliance, but also because a company has instituted more responsible sourcing practices, or this is just a day-to-day part of their business. Um, they do need to sort of factor in what are some challenges they may face for their seafood supply chains compared to their apparel supply chains, for example. So, really helpful insights there. Thank you for sharing those.